We successfully expanded our trading network using the hub and spokes concept in our last Patrician 4 session. Our hometown Lübeck is the hub, and all other cities are connected to the hub. This means that goods are always going through Lübeck. From Lübeck, our hub, the goods are brought and unloaded to be sold in the target city. In the target city, the regional goods produced in the city will be loaded onto our ship and brought back to the hub. Other ships traveling between the hub and another city can now pick up their needed amount of regional goods from the hub and sell it at their target city. Our trading network looks like a star, and all cities are only connected to the hub. This concept significantly reduces the complexity of our trading network. For details on the hub and spoke concept, feel free to go back to the last session, session P3, and look into a more detailed explanation. In our today's session, at first, we will optimize our existing trading network, which includes Lübeck for salt, Aalborg for meat, Malmö for cheese, and Oslo for stockfish and meat. In general, before assigning a ship to load or unload a specific type of good, we will calculate the exact demand for the good in our trading network. We will check each connected city for the demand and calculate the amount of needed goods in the hub. Hence, we will only load exactly the amount which is needed to satisfy the demand of our trading network, not more. Why? Because otherwise we will buy more goods than we can sell. This would lead to the situation that we gradually invest too much money into goods in our stock, which will continue to increase, and we will not easily convert the excess goods back to cash. In other words, to maximize our cash liquidity, we will not buy more than we can sell. Instead, we will rather use our remaining profits to invest into our long-term assets, production and housing. For details on current assets and fixed assets, feel free, again, to go back to our last session, session P3, in which we discussed more details on the topic. You may have noticed that houses are expensive. A house costs around 20k and more, whereas a production building can be much cheaper. On the opposite, rent from tenants is rather low, and it takes a long time until we earn the money back we invested into a house. This leads us to the question here, why would we invest money in a house if it is A, expensive, and B, not as profitable as production buildings? The reason is because otherwise our business will not work. Our production needs 25 workers. Workers need housing, and workers don't want to live alone. They also bring their families, on average 3 family members for each worker. This means exactly per one production, we need one house to accommodate 25 workers and their 75 family members. Without the additional house, there might be not enough housing for your future businesses, and workers will not be available. Without workers, our business will not produce and not be profitable. And there is an additional advantage. More inhabitants in our city means more demand in the city. So, with building businesses, we will not only grow in production, but will also grow the city, our market, and the local demand to sell more of what we trade. Another expensive kind of asset in the simulation are ships. Apparently, our trading business relies on ships. However, they are expensive, especially in the early game, and can easily cost 30, 40 or more than 50k. After we ordered a ship and paid for it in the shipyard, it takes a long time until it is completed and available. Money and time are precious in the early game. Instead of buying ships, there is another way for sure. This approach has its risks, but also it can be cheaper and faster if we do it right. We can capture ships from pirates in manual battles. If we do it right, after the battle, we receive the one captured ship for free. This might be easier in the early game when pirates are still weak, But soon pirates really get annoying. With achieving higher trading ranks, pirates get stronger and new pirates will show up, which will disturb our trading business. They get so strong that fighting them gets more difficult and we will have to change our strategy against pirates. In the early game, we accompany each trading vessel with one warship. Easily, we can defend our trading vessels from pirates and beat them in a fight. Later, this is not enough. Well-armed pirate convoys of 3 warships will attack us. Therefore, we will also build our convoy of 3 warships, scout for pirates, and fight them back whenever they become a risk to our trading routes. Those battles are more complex and, unfortunately, may easily come with losses. We will engage in such battles and let's see if we can capture a ship without losing one of ours. And if we manage to win the fight at all, I can assure you we will probably not always be successful. In this session, we will also, and this is when it starts to get more complex, prepare for our first expedition into the Mediterranean Sea. Expeditions are costly and time-consuming. Even the preparation comes with challenges. To be able to conduct expeditions, first we need to acquire the rank of a traveling merchant. This is probably the one simple part. Next, we will need to attain the privilege for doing expeditions from our guild, which costs a good amount of 20k. Additionally, we need to get a captain with navigation skill 3. To get that, in most cases, we need to find the one trainer on the map who will train our selected captain to navigation skill 3. And afterwards, we will travel to the Mediterranean Sea and get rich? No, not really. We will first have to explore the Mediterranean Sea coasts to find one of the trading ports. This ends up in a few trial and error expeditions until we find a trading port. There are 25 theoretical locations for ports, but only a few randomly chosen ports will be available in our simulation. Back in history, at times of the Middle Ages, trading in the Mediterranean Sea indeed was very profitable. The maritime republics of Venice and Genoa profited immensely from trade from the east to Europe. They traded goods which were not available in Europe, such as medicines, spices, and perfumes. In sum, in our today's session, we will still expand our trading network, invest into business and housing, get involved in more and more stressful pirate fights, and will prepare expeditions into the Mediterranean Sea. Now, let's start the game. Here we are in the main menu of the game and we will load the last session. This is the save game of our last session. And there we are in Lübeck, our hometown, and also the trading hub. And what we can see here is that we have built already a couple of buildings in the city of Lübeck back in the other sessions. We can simply look at them by pressing the control key, and the city overview shows us all the buildings which we own with a blue flag. What we see here is that we have a couple of houses, but also here in this corner we have a few businesses, a grain farm, a hemp farm, a brewery and smiths, but also salter. One salter and the smith are still in construction, and I think there are some construction materials missing, so as soon as they reach the port, they will be built. Same applies to this one house. We have, for now, if we can list down here, 3 convoys. Each convoy connects the hub to one of the other ports in the Baltic Sea. For example, Aalborg, Oslo, and Malmö. And those hubs are, those trade routes are operated by small convoys of one warship and 1 cog in usual. Yeah, one convoy has an Kreia as warship, which is very good because it's a lot more powerful than the other warships. We will see this in our fights. So before we will continue with the simulation, we will now first check whether everything is set up in the right way so that we get as profitable as possible trading network running. So first of all, we will look into our counting house in Lübeck. This was our first counting house. Yeah, you see here we are not married, and we have employed an administrator, and the administrator received instructions how to trade. Yeah, the administrator received the instructions to sell all of the goods which are arriving in the hub, except for certain goods where we need residual stock, yeah, to supply as input goods to our own businesses. He will always sell everything for a fixed price. And what I see here is the price for wood and for brick is not ideal. I will reduce it a little bit to a price which I think is much more, it's better, yeah, to sell even more from what we will trade over our network. The prices follow a certain pattern. This pattern I can only recommend to put on a sheet, yeah, to your needs. I have my own sheet here next to the screen, and whenever I need it, I will look up the recommended sell price and the recommended purchase price according to my needs. You also see purchase of goods. Whatever is regionally produced, we will purchase, yeah, significant amounts actually. We purchase here by the administrator to make it available for our convoys to come here and to load everything on their convoy and trade it to the target cities. Now looking at the other counting house, which we have in Aalborg. Yeah, the campaign requires that we set up another counting house here in Aalborg. In Aalborg, when we switch to the correct view, we will also see that we already established 2 houses and we established a sheep farm and I think here stock farm. And the overview is also counted here in this trading post Aalborg overview. Your buildings, we have 2 businesses and 2 houses. So exactly how we planned it. And in the counting house, we see here, we also have an administrator, and here not everything is perfectly set up. Yeah, we have some goods already set up to sell. Not everything from salt, as salt is needed for our stock farm to produce meat, make it persistent and available for trading. And now we will add all the other goods which are not produced here. So whenever they arrive this city, because the convoy transports it and offloads it into our warehouse, then it is traded according to our prices. And we will simply do this with everything which is not produced here. The prices are taken from what I put into the instructions from the other counting house, so everything should be fine. Let's simply take everything, pelts, and spices. Spices are not part of our trading network yet, but never mind, later it will happen. And what we see here in the purchase of goods, we are purchasing wool and meat and trading this back to the hub. However, we are not purchasing grain and hemp, as those are already available and produced in our hometown in Lübeck. I think that's fine so far. And now let's also check, yeah, as in Oslo and in Malmö we don't have a counting house. Let's also check if our trade routes are set up accordingly. Yeah, so we have Seelöwe. Seelöwe is going between Lübeck and Malmö. We have Seerobbe going between Lübeck and Oslo, and we have Seemöwe going between Lübeck and Aalborg. And for Seemöwe, we will start now to check whether everything is set up. So we have a look at Aalborg here in our trade route, and we see that not all products which are available in our trade network are actually traded, and we will fix that. We will also add raw metal, which comes from Oslo. We will unload the maximum amount in the Aalborg warehouse, and we will not load anything because we want to sell everything. We will instead in Lübeck load what we will say in a minute, and we will unload whenever there's a residual amount in the convoy. It will also be unloaded into the warehouse. What do we need in raw metal? As we said in the introduction, we will always look for the demand in the target city here before setting up any number. And in the market hall, in the list of goods, we see the 10 days demand. The 10 days demand is 33. Our convoy has a turnaround time of the duration of the route of 4. This means when we need 33, 3.3 demand, we have an Aalborg per day times 4. Yeah, it's good to always have a calculator. We come to the number of 13. Let's round it up. 14, which we can probably sell in Aalborg every 4 days. So we will exactly set this up accordingly. And we will do this a lot of times now, also with other goods. Yeah, 14. If we need 14 raw metal, yeah, so this means we also need to ensure that the demand is also actually brought to the hub, not only taken from the hub, also brought from the hub. And this is done by Seerobber. Seerobber has a turnaround time of 6. So we do a quick calculation and find out that we need to add 20 in Oslo, 20 raw metals to our ship. Yeah, 70, so it will be 90 now. Okay, that's it. So enough will be now supplied by Oslo. What we see here's an error in the unloading in Oslo. There are some goods we want to sell actually in Oslo, but they are not set to selling. Yeah, unload maximum amount, please, of meat and of wool for this price. This is a small error, just corrected it. And now let's check again. What else is missing in trading? Aalborg. We want also to trade honey. It's not part of our trading network yet, but meat. Meat is also coming from Oslo. So in Aalborg we will unload maximum. We will not load anything. In Lübeck we will load. We will unload any residual amounts in the convoy, but we will load exactly what is in demand. And let's check in Aalborg. Aalborg list of goods, demand for meat is 33 again. So we remember that the same as for raw metal, we will take 14 from the hub. And to have the 14 in the hub available, we need to instruct the other ship from Oslo to also trade the amount needed for a duration of the trade route of 6 days and add it in Oslo to the maximum loaded amount. So now it's 18. We need to add 20, so that's 80, 38. Again back. And next one to be checked. Stockfish is also supplied by Oslo. So let's trade stockfish. Stockfish demand in Aalborg is, let's quickly check, 50. 5 per day times 4 days. So we need to, again, of course, so it will be 20. You will load 20 stockfish. We have this available. We also extend what the other convoy to Oslo will pick up in stockfish, and this means 5 times 6 is 30. We will add 30. This means 56. A lot of stockfish needed in Aalborg. Again, let's check what we have here. Trade. Aalborg, what is missing? Pitch. I think nothing else. Let's double check in Oslo. Ah, we are not there. Produced. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So the trade route to Aalborg is fixed, and we will now continue with the simulation for a while. Until one of the other convoys reaches their target city, so we can check when they are in the target city what is the local demand. The local demand is only visible when we are in the city if we don't have a counting house, and this is the case for Malmö and Oslo at the moment. We will observe how the ships get along. Yeah. Sometimes within the range of sight of a ship, we will see a pirate, and then let's check whether we want to directly engage in a fight and potentially capture a ship. This seems so far not be the case. Now we are in Malmö, and let's see what we are trading and what is missing. Raw metals missing. We will unload Max and load nothing. In Lübeck, we will load raw metal. We will load we will unload Max. So if we don't sell everything in Malmö, we will bring it back and unload it, and we will load. Let's check. 26, 2.6. And the turnaround time is 3. This means 8. And again, we need to add it to the other route. 2.6 times, in this case, 6 days needs 16. Again, back to Malmö. And let's check for another. Meat is missing. Meat, I think it's the same demand always as raw metal. True. 26 means 8. Oh. Again 8. And again we will add to the other convoy and ask the convoy to load 16 more, which means 54. Going back to Malmö and tracking the next. This is sometimes a little bit cumbersome, but it will pay off for sure. Stockfish is missing. We'll sell maximum, load nothing. In Lübeck, we will load from the warehouse, but we will unload everything which is remaining. Stockfish demand in Malmö at the moment is 39, which means 12. We will pick up 12 in Lübeck. Load 12. And this means we need to instruct our other convoy to load 24 in addition. This means 80 starfish. Malmö again. Yeah, that's it for now. Let's double check. Yeah, looks good. So Malmö is great. So let's continue with the simulation. Bringing meat and wool from Aalborg to Lübeck, and from there it will be distributed again. So now we are in Oslo. In Oslo we do exactly the same. Yeah, we check everything. This is the Lübeck-Oslo trade route. So what we don't see and find here is cheese. Cheese is provided by Malmö, so we can add cheese here. We'll unload Max, load nothing. The demand for cheese in Oslo at the moment is 30. 3 times 6 is 18. So we will pick up 18 barrels. And we need to instruct, when we have 3 per day, to pick up 9. No, this is wrong. 9 in Malmö, 9 more. Trade, Malmö, cheese. 9 more is 33. Good, and that's it. And actually the instruction came just in time, so it's loaded. Yeah, some of the goods we transported from the hub were not sold according to our pricing configuration. Here, one ship is going now to Aalborg. As we see that we have around 20k, we can fix the gap in our hometown Lübeck soon, hopefully, after selling some more goods. We hopefully have the money. Yeah, now it happened. We have the money in Lübeck to build the one missing house, yeah, to supply our businesses with workers. The house can be ordered to be built in the architect house. 21, a little bit more than 21k. And we will set it up here or here. I think this is a better place, right? In the center of the city. Yeah, like this. Okay, let's continue. We will observe a little bit, yeah, if the pirate shows up. If so, at this early stage of the game, we will expect an acceptable, not too tight fight and a fair chance to be able to capture one of the ships. So now what we earned, we see here now with the setup of the trading routes, we now have 33k. This is very good. So actually we are now in a place to again set up a business. And we always, I would suggest, have two choices. In Lübeck, we could either extend in salters. Let's check how many salters we can actually build to still satisfy the demand which we have from the trading network. A salter, as we see here, is producing 4 barrels of salt per day. And we need, our administrator is guided to buy more than 200 barrels, yeah, every time, all the time. 200 barrels, we have an average turnaround time of 3, 4, 5, yeah, so this means, let's take 5, yeah, that we at least on a daily basis, yeah, need 40 barrels per day. 40 barrels divided by 4 per salter means 10 salters, yeah, so the demand from our trading network can be satisfied by the total of 10. Yeah, and to not only buy it from the market hall for a higher price, but instead produces for a lower price in our own business, we will extend by salters. What we see is building is difficult at the moment as some raw materials are missing. Why? Yeah, wood is very scarce here in the city. Why? Because a lot of wood is really needed for salters. Also this I have on my own sheet, yeah, to look it up. A salter needs 1 wood, yeah, to produce 4 salt. And we have a lot of salters here. We see also from the competitor, yeah, that there are other salters. From Albrecht Stöttebecker. So probably it's a better idea to go to Aalborg, where building materials should probably be more available. It seems like there's not the nicest, the best weather here, a little bit of rain. The stock farm is producing 1 meat per day. Let's again check the counting house. So we instructed the administrator to buy 21 meat all the time. Our turnaround time, I think, is 4. So this means that 4 to 5 we need to daily produce, and this means 4 to 5 stock farms. Stock farms are not so cheap actually, but we will still set it up. It's more expensive, twice the price than of a sorter, but we will set it up. 18k, we have the money. Now the competitor, the mayor of the city, is complaining to us and threatening us actually, but we will not let this happen. Yeah, we will not let this happen. We will simply stay calm and continue to expand our trading network. We are not sort of a big businessman so far. And let's also check later to buy a little bit more of building materials for our city of Lübeck, as we need them to expand our businesses. Yeah, we will buy with a higher price than configured in automatic trading. So we have more which is transported to our city of Lübeck, and with more wood and more bricks, we can also extend sorters and buy sorters. So let's see and observe the cash we have in our account. When we have enough, we will add also a house to Aalborg. Wood and bricks are currently available in Malmö and Oslo. And therefore, we will look at this when one of our trading convoys is there. Okay, there's a fee now in Aalborg. One convoy arrived in Malmö. Let's right now. Let's continue with the progress in the game until everything is sold from the ship. Let's see how much is sold of what we brought here. Yeah, not everything, but doesn't matter. Now we will go into the market hall and check how much wood we can buy. We'll buy much more, not so much that people get unsatisfied and our reputation is damaged. It will decrease if we buy more than the city, more than one remaining green dot. So therefore we will not do this. We are also in Oslo now. Let's wait until everything is sold as much as possible. Cheese is left over. Why? Maybe there's an error in the trade route. Let's double check that we didn't make a mistake in Oslo. Unload maximum. No, it seems that, and we can find it in the market hall. Yeah, that the price. I don't really understand. The price is good. Why didn't this happen? Double check again. Oslo. Trade according to the specific. Cheese. Unload. Maximum. With a minimum price of 179. Okay. Somehow it didn't work. I don't know. Let's observe the next time. We will buy, okay, no bricks, but we will buy wood. Yeah, like this. And what we will also do for safety reasons, we will increase a little bit the buffer here to 32 in Lübeck. And now let's continue. And there it happens. The pirate Cornbrook is hiding here, yeah, on the map. And actually right now we are close with one of our ships. Let's check what is part. Oh yeah, we have a Kreia here. So what we can do is now directly engage in a fight with the pirate. We have a little bit of goods loaded, which we potentially lose if we lose the fight, but never mind. Yeah, we are confident that we will win. Still, let's save the game. So if everything goes wrong due to whatever reason, yeah, we can go back so that we don't lose so much of a progress. And there we are. We attack the pirate. The pirate has 2 warships. We have only 1 warship. We have lower armament in total, but more sailors. And we will engage in a manual fight. And let's try to win it. There's a cork and a sniper. And we will try to capture. The cork. So first of all, let's try to get rid of the small ship. Let's sink it. A sniper is not such of a good warship as it is very small. It does not have a lot of firepower and therefore is in fights not very helpful. A cork is not a very good fighting ship, not a good warship. However, it can be used for trading. Therefore, we will try to capture the cork. Yeah, at the moment it's working well. Let's see if we can get a hit to the cork. No, it's not working. Yeah, no, too late. For capturing a ship, it is required that we first eliminate the sailors. And if all sailors are eliminated, this was a miss. All sailors are eliminated. Afterwards, the cork will be available to be captured. Trying to find a good it's not so easy at the moment as the sniper is getting slow, yeah, with some hits already taken. Let's try to get in a little bit better position. We are now sailing against the wind, so we are getting slower. Getting faster again. It's a light hit. Now let's try to turn quickly and another shot. Yeah, this worked. Probably another one. No. This was actually not good. But we got the chance now to strike back. Very good. Okay, we got another hit. Now we need to turn, otherwise we will get another hit again. This is for the cork. The sniper is severely damaged, so it should be too difficult now. Now try to get away. Yeah, this was a good hit. Now getting back. Turn. No, this is for the cork. Trying to ease the fight for later in the second phase. We see here that the cork has much more hit points, yeah, so it can take much more hits. And that's why it will take longer to... Oh, this will not work. This was a miss. Maybe sailors will reload. Maybe we have a chance now. No, not really. No. To again hit the sniper. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, probably one more hit. Let's try. It's getting slow. It's really getting slow. So it will... Not sure if this was enough. Let's turn and return. Oh, this was dangerous. This is for the sailors. And the next will be not reloading. Probably this was enough now. Yeah, this one is done. Now let's first get rid of the sailors. This is dangerous. Let's turn around. Probably now it's working. Yeah. Good one. Turn back. Other side. This was a miss. Good. Now a little bit of patience. I think one more. Yeah. Against the sailors. This I think will be a good hit, a good one. Yeah, sailors are gone now. Blue bar is gone. Now we will look for reducing the hit points, damaging it so much that they will give up, and we can capture the ship. Now it takes a while as we need to reload, and the cork has quite some hit points. Yeah, it's getting slower now. By the way, I think also when fighting other ships, it's possible to accelerate with pressing the space bar. We need to be careful. Otherwise, it will happen that we run into a difficult situation. Now, this was an error. And probably a second hit is possible from the other side. It will be tight. Yeah, possible. It's losing pace and the ability to take curves. So let's try again. No, this was too late. Good. Burning. Ship is burning. Turn. Yeah, it's now a matter of time, right? And battle is won. Cornbrook has surrendered. We captured one ship. This is the only always only capture one. We didn't lose the ship. Yeah, this would be unfortunate. And now we have here a very much damaged cork. We have our Kreia a little bit damaged and still the trading cork. So we will go now to Lübeck and repair everything. And with this one cork, we have now the opportunity to look for a captain to start an expedition. We will save again the game. Save. And continue. Now in Lübeck, let's restructure a little bit. So first of all, we want to bring back into operations our convoy for trading. Yeah, each day they are not trading, we will have losses. We'll bring everything which is loaded into the warehouse, so at least it's available for trading. And now let's organize the convoy, get the cork outside, and the Kreia and the other cork stay within the convoy and instruct. Oh, we have a lot of money. Instruct to get it repaired within 3 days, which is good. And the other one, let's first build a convoy. And what we will choose is Harbor Seal as name. And Harbor Seal, please also repair. Yeah, 10k, 11 days, so quite damaged this one. Okay, luckily we had some money left over, so let's wait now until everything gets repaired. And meanwhile, the other convoys will hopefully just continue to do their job. I think, as we are still in the early game and we fought back the only pirate at the moment, we will have some kind of peaceful time now for the next probably minutes before the next pirate or another ship from the same pirate shows up. We have now 18k. It's not enough for a house. In Lübeck, I think we have 6 businesses and 6 houses. Very well. Let's see where is... Okay. Just coming back. We still need to look for building materials. We can check the progress in repairing a ship by this one here. We have 1.3, 1.1 days left. And also let's check the captains. An historic event, damage to crop. Yeah, this is the historic entry in the chronicles that we, as Max Stromberg, accomplished a heroic strike against a pirate Kornbrook. Very good. What we see here, we have a Captain Jakob Osenbrecht, who has navigation skills 2. So only 1 still to go, to have 3, and then be ready to take an expedition. So we will switch ships soon. Let's wait a bit until we do that. Meanwhile, we will observe that our assumption is correct, that pirates are at the moment taking care of themselves. The move is ready, so let's activate the trading route again and let's do its job. And again, we will buy a little bit more of building materials in the cities of Malmö and Oslo to make them progress. Yes, Malmö. Let's wait. Nope. Let's wait until everything is unloaded. Yeah, it just happened now. Not everything could be sold. In the market hall, we can buy more wood and I think brick. It's not very cheap price. However, yeah, we need the materials. Otherwise, we cannot expand our businesses and we will not earn additional money, right? So we have to do this. Still no losses, yeah. Same in Oslo. Let's go to Oslo and to the market hall and buy wood and bricks. Yeah, this will take a while. So we are now traveling merchant, and our uncle, I think, will explain to us that goods from the Mediterranean, yeah, are very profitable for us, but especially spices. Spices are not available in the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, therefore the profits come from selling it. And one of the preconditions to engage into expeditions is that we are traveling merchant, that we in the guild have the privilege acquired to do expeditions, and also that we have a captain with navigation skills 3. This one has only 1, so this is far away. But what I see is that we have enough money to set up another house here, as we can add another one for our business, which is now still building materials are required, but never mind, we'll build now another house here. This is a good space next to the marketplace. Very good. No complaints by the competitor, by the mayor. Interesting. No threatening. Sometimes they will ask us to tear our house immediately down, but of course we will not do that. So our setup trading network works quite well. We're growing our funding. What we see here is now we have 23 actually. This means we can think of add another salter. Yeah, the salter is now finally enough building materials arrived and the salter is in construction, so we can buy another one. With the money we have here, more salters means more salt, means more profits from trading with Aalborg, which needs salt. How long does it take? 3 more days. Oh, this is not good. So we now have an event, a plug in Lübeck. This is not good because this will... And this means that we have some negative impacts and probably we will have reduced production as workers get sick. So we need to go through this. Our profits, our income will probably suffer from it. Let's see. Yeah. Nothing we can do about this. City collects harbor dues. It's annoying, but actually trading with Aalborg still is very profitable for us, especially when we transport a lot of salt to the city of Aalborg and sell it there to the stock farms. Now we are in Malmö again. Let's wait until everything is sold. Observe a little bit. This was too fast. Let's get back to Malmö. No, wrong building. Market hall. And buy more wood. More bricks. And reactivate trading. And here, let's go and do the same. More wood, more bricks, more than our trading route actually permits. Yeah, as prices get higher, if we buy more, then it's in excess. But we will do that because extending our business is much long term much better than saving some money and only trading the cheapest wood and cheapest brick and less. So there's an historical event, and meanwhile the repairs has been completed. Good news, the city of Aalborg is canceling the mooring fee effective immediately. Yeah, some traders were avoiding the city, and this is not good for city development, and therefore they did it. We still have the plug broken out in Lübeck. Now we have a Seehund here. Okay, let's wait until the other, not this one, the other captain returns, and then switch the convoys and send the captain here with already 2 navigational skills, to train a trainer who will bring the captain to navigation skills 3. Okay, we have 27 now. This means in Lübeck we can build the missing building house. We'll build it here. Just waiting here. Now coming back. This ship is in Malmö. Let's again do the trick. Buy more wood and more bricks. As we have money now. Yes. Rostock is under siege. Yeah, Rostock is under siege. This happens from time to time as a landlord can get unsatisfied if some of the assignments the landlord, which is in this case Duke Henry of Mecklenburg, yeah, gives to the mayor, like giving money or doing something else for the landlord. And if those assignments are not completed, then the landlord of a region will pick a city and put it under siege. And this has some negative impacts as businesses outside the city walls have been closed down now. And also he will probably attack the city and therefore will take the money out of the city, which he finds. So some losses there to be expected. The only way to avoid this to happen is that the assignments are completed and that the landlord is satisfied and happy. Now we need to switch the convoy. This will be tricky. So Seemöwe. So first of all, let's put everything we have loaded. Nothing, by the way. Nothing. Nothing coming from Aalborg. Interesting. Interesting. So let's this is the trade route for Aalborg. It seems that it was not possible for the administrator in Aalborg to buy some of those goods we instructed to buy. Let's check in the counting house. Goods. No, we have goods available. Not sure what happened. Why this is 0. Sometimes a pirate comes into the way, but I didn't receive a notification about it. Never mind. What we will do now, we will switch the captains. We will send we will save the route into transfer 1. Save. We will put the Krayer to the harbor. We'll go to the other ship, load the trade route with Aalborg, and we'll add the Krayer as a warship. And what is always easy to be forgotten is that we need to recruit sailors. Without sailors, reloading is very slow. And this one is now the one with the navigation skills. This one will now load some of the goods we have in excess. Yeah, okay, this we need. This one and trade it wherever we go. A lot of meat, stockfish, cheese, and meat. All of this will be brought to a city where we find the trainer for navigational skills. And this trainer is in the city of Edinburgh. So we will directly go now with the cock to Edinburgh. And meanwhile, activate the trade route for the other ship, the other convoy, with the other captain. That's it for now. This one is going to Edinburgh. And this one is on the trade route. While it is traveling, let's check in Aalborg if our trade route works. So everything should be unloaded now into the warehouse. It will happen in a second. Yes, and now wool and meat, which is available in the warehouse, is loaded. Yeah, this worked very well. Good. This is cheese. Let's observe whether there are pirates here in this area in the Baltic Sea. Yeah, next to Denmark and Sweden, trying to disturb our trade routes. This seems not to be the case at this minute. Still Lübeck has plague. Yeah, probably this is hurting our business a little bit, so our income is not so high. Never mind, we are now in Edinburgh. And in Edinburgh, we can hopefully trade over time now. Some of the items we picked up. Yeah, for example, this sells very well. Why? Wool is needed for clothing. There's a high demand. This does not make sense. As is produced, stockfish makes sense. Cheese makes sense. And meat can also be traded. A lot could be traded now. We have 40k, but unfortunately in the tavern where we usually as guests expect the trainer, it's not there. So we will check back again. We will just stay here, check back again later. And meanwhile, hopefully the 40k are not going away. Now it's growing. Good. Let's check again. Here it is. No, still not in the tavern. Let's wait a little bit longer. Training is expensive, yeah, so that's why we keep now all the money and not invested in something to check how much it costs to get trained. Still the trainer is not here. Here the trainer is. So let's check. As guest, here we have a trainer for navigation and it costs 40k. Yeah, we will accept it. Very expensive, unfortunately. And now the captain knowledge of navigation has increased by 1 point. It's 3, and 3 is good, as 3 is needed to go on an expedition. We see it here. You must arrive to send out expedition from the guild before you can see them. Okay, good. So this is missing, of course. Let's check in the market hall before we leave again. If we can. It makes sense to buy. Yeah, this definitely makes sense to buy some of the goods provided here. As we are here now, let's wait. Maybe we will generate more income in a little bit of time. It is 11k more. So let's buy more. As we are here, let's buy goods which are not traded automatically already. And this is, for instance, clothes. Clothes. And we always need this. And we need wood all the time. Okay, good. So what is our way back? We can go A storm is raging through Bergen. But if there's a storm is raging, probably does not make sense to go there. Let's travel back to Lübeck. Another idea is we could also go to, it's a cork, it could go to Bremen, nothing interesting here. Hamburg, also nothing interesting here, but bridges. Selling wine. Can also go here, buy some wine and bring it to Lübeck. While we are waiting to have the 20k, another high expense, yeah, to get the privilege to do expeditions. Nothing significant happening here. Reaching bridges in an instant. Now we are there. Here we are. Let's look into the market hall, what we find here. All of this we don't need. Very good. Wine is expensive, but we can sell for a very high price. Like this. Exactly. And now we will bring it to Lübeck. There's an historical event. Nothing very interesting. Still we have a plaque in Lübeck. Let's check the counting house, how it works. Yeah, so this is produced. We have a lot of cheese. Yeah, we are transporting probably a little bit too much of cheese. So this is now fine-tuning to reduce here in the route what we pick up as cheese. Just 3. Okay, good. While Semel is traveling with a lot of valuable items here. So our income is fluctuating at the moment. We are even in the negative range. Lübeck has recovered from the plague. That's very good. Rostock is still under siege. We don't care. And let it simply happen. I think with all the goods we have here and bring to Lübeck, we will have some decent income. And we are able to buy the privilege to go on an expedition. This is our highest priority now. There we are. So we will transport everything into the warehouse. All of this is needed. And wait until the administrator sells it. Hopefully for good. 18. Ah, there it is. 45k. Very good. There's an issue here in the counting house. We need. What do we need? I don't know. What's missing? Missing raw materials. Not at the moment. Not that I can see. Don't know. What is wrong? With 45, we can now go to the guild privileges and acquire the privilege to go on an expedition to the Mediterranean Sea. That's it. So, and what we can do now is we can send exactly this ship, yeah, on an expedition, I think. Before we do so, we will load some items which make sense to trade in the Mediterranean Sea. As we know, the Mediterranean Sea provides goods which are not available in the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, and this is spices, for instance. And they buy goods which are not so easily available to them, and this is metal goods, raw metal, pelts. And therefore we will put something of what we have onto our ship from our warehouse. Not much we have, actually. Okay, can we buy? Let's check, can we buy? Also not much. Maybe a little bit. Let's do it. And we will not start from Lübeck, actually. We will start from London. Let's check if this is now. Yeah, this is possible. No, we will start from Lübeck, but we will go back to London because this is an harbor which is very close to this place where the ship would go away and come back. And now we see here the map of the Mediterranean Sea. And no port known. Yeah, so we need to send the expedition and find out whether at this coast we will examine there's a port. And what we can do is, for example, we can pick this area first here, northern part of Italy. Probably we are lucky. And in this unknown region, this coastal region is undergoing extensive exploration. Should your captain discover a trading hub here, he will begin trading. Okay, let's see. Now, first of all, the ship will go all the way to this end of the map, and then all the way around Central Europe and southern part of Europe into the Mediterranean Sea and try to find a trading hub where we instructed the ship to try to find out. As we have now 30k, we will build another salter. And while saying so, we will directly also, not enough money. No, as soon as we have the money, we will also build a house. Yeah, this is now the case, I think. Yeah. We'll build it here. Good. There's an historic event. Strong rains, worst floods in many parts of Europe. Okay. We don't care for now. We are traveling merchant. To grow, we need to generate more wealth and we need to have more workers. We are expanding already businesses, so workers will come soon, but wealth, this takes time. Yeah. This ship is in Malmö. Let's check whether we can pick up some more. Yeah. This is very good. Bricks and wood for building material. This one has all the sailors. This one does not have all the sailors. Alberg, let's go to the tavern and look for sailors. Yeah, there are sailors. The higher the reputation in a city, the more sailors are offering their services to us. 30 more we need. Yeah, Seemöwe is now reaching the end of the map and soon traveling to the Mediterranean Sea. This will take a while. Yeah, we will not hear and see of this ship for a longer time. At the moment, we also don't see another pirate. Again, we are in Malmö. Let's check whether... Let's buy more wood and more bricks. The counting house should now have sold out so quickly. Let's also load more in Oslo. This was a good deal. Wood, bricks. No pirate visible at the moment. We have chosen the strategy that we get new ships from capturing them from pirates, because ships in the shipyard are very expensive. Yeah, in construction order we see here it takes 20 for a sniper, and this is quite useless. For Cock, more than 50. For Kreia, 30, which is a good warship. But this is very expensive, and then it takes 30 days until the ship is really, really available. And we can use it. So 30 days and 30k, this is a lot. So now we have 29. This means we can... No, wrong building. What is missing here? I don't get it. Wood is available, this is good. Yeah, there's no raw metal. I think our smith is in need of raw metal and wood. But there is no raw metal, so the smith is actually not doing any work at the moment. Not good. Raw metal can be procured in Oslo. Let's check later again. And for now, but still, we will extend in salters. Salters we have 4. We calculated that we can have up to 10. So 4 is not enough for us. Let's build another one. Then wait until we can also build a house. Seemöwe is on expedition. So this expedition, we can see this in the convoy list. Yeah, we see the details of the expedition of Seemöwe. We sent it on 19th of October. The length will be estimated 28 days, so it takes 1 month. So it takes a long time. We only put a little bit of load, exports goods. Yeah, let's see what happens. Zero, fully loaded. Good. This will be a good trade, I guess. Here we are in Malmö. Let's go to the market hall. Buy wood, bricks. Oslo is producer of raw metal. We desperately need raw metal. Let's buy. We are producing more and more salt. That means that salt is available in our hub, and we can bring all of the salt to the city of Oslo and Aalborg who need salt. This means we will get a lot of profits in short time. So now, let's see. We can definitely buy wood. Let's buy bricks. And metal, raw metal. Let's see, we will wait until we will reach the next rank. Hopefully this will not take too long. Okay, now this is good. We will expand further our business. First of all, a house. Another house, and still money's left. So another salter. Now we have 4 in operations, but 2 more being built. Still the issue that we lack in raw metal. This is on this ship. And we see in the accounting house that building materials are consumed in an instant. This means we need to buy more and more and more. We will help a little bit with that. Is good. More than 100 salt to Aalborg. All of this will be sold very quickly, I guess, and this will bring a lot of new cash, which we can invest. So since we are we have a lack of wood, we have a lack of bricks, we have a lack of raw metal. All of this is provided by Oslo. It makes sense to build a counting house in Oslo. So with the counting house, we can also have a warehouse. With a warehouse, we can store locally produced goods. And with having the right privileges from the guild in Oslo, we can build those businesses and get the stuff produced and transported to our hub where we desperately are in need of it. Let's save for that. Let's save money for it. I think we are now in a state where we have some decent profit and we can afford in Oslo to be part of the guild and to establish a accounting house and to establish businesses. Yeah, in Lübeck. We can build another house. Build it here now. Here in Malmö. It's in Malmö. Buy bricks. We need to watch out for pirates. Okay, now we're there. The pirate cornbroker has gotten stronger. This means it will get troublesome to fight him. So what we will do now to protect ourselves, we will build now with all the warships we have a warship convoy and send it around. We will use it a little bit for trading, so that to generate some additional profits, but also to watch out, scout for pirates and fight them. And those will be the more difficult fights. And this leaves for a while, until we have enough ships, leaves for a while our trading convoys unprotected, but we will risk this. So now we are in Oslo. In Oslo, we have only 9k. This will not be enough. So first of all, to be able to build a counting house and businesses, of course, we need to be a member. And the costs are 35. Well, we don't have the money. We need to wait. Probably the trade now will bring some money, but it will not be enough, and it will trade back from the market fall, so not very confident right now. 28 is not enough anyway. Here we have a ship, the Löwe, and we will now reorganize our convoys. We will take away the warship. And with the warship, we will build a new convoy, and this time we will call it Sea Elephant. Or Elephant Seal. Let's check if we can even repair it now. Let's do it. This one goes unprotected. Malmö. Buy building materials. Wood is also needed in Lübeck, at least for salt house, but also for smith, I think. Will arrive in Lübeck in a day. Now we have 36. This means that we will soon, when we return to Oslo, we will have enough money to apply for a membership in the guild to make progress there. Now we have one more ship here. So this one is repaired. This we will take away. This we will add. We'll make them warships. Look in the tavern for sailors. Snipers are not very good warships. This historical event, let's check. The Brennan, the Mary, okay, was declined, okay. Not good for the prince. Okay, so here we will also take I just realized this is the wrong way, right? Why is the cog the warship? What happened here? Krayer we will take away. See Elephant Seal. Let's take all of them and make them all warship. This is very important. And if we forget to put this on warship, then during the pirate fights, we will not have warships and we will lose easily. And all of them are now on trade routes, and this one is available. We will first of all look into the tavern. To get more sailors onto the ship. We need a lot of sailors now, as we have a stronger convoy now, and we will also look for repair. Yeah, let's repair that. Let's repair. We'll invest 3 days. We will wait while hopefully more sailors will come to the tavern. So to fill it up, our convoy with sailors, and meanwhile the ship will be repaired and fully ready to engage into fights. The first fights will be quite tough, as 2 snipers are not really warships. Yeah, we need to exchange them with stronger ones, Krayers. But until we do so, we need to live with what we have. Malmö, we will now again buy a lot of building materials. Yeah, we really need to watch out for Kornbrook now. He will sometimes attack us. And sometimes pirates are waiting close to cities or even blocking the access and the entry to the city. It's not the case at the moment. Repairs have been completed. And our convoy made of warships is available. Yeah, no more here. Is actually ready. So we have all of them. All of them are warships now. Yeah, and we will take some of the goods we have in excess. Yeah, we have a lot. Too many, probably, lying around. This is not the case. This means we will just go to the next city and trade something. And scout for pirates. Keep the eye open. Always. Now in Rostock. Hemp we don't need. Honey. Honey is needed, right? By Oslo. Metal goods are always very good. Beer also sells well. Ah, this is too much. Huh? Take 30. We'll not get rid of it. We buy so much beer, yeah? We are producing it by ourselves. We will go from Rostock now to Stettin. First in Malmö again, load as much as possible from building materials. And also go to Stettin. Here we are. In the market hall. What can we trade here? More honey. More metal goods. We can sell beer. Good. And we can buy pitch. Okay. Let's further move on to Danzig. Danzig will potentially be also for us an interesting city to be added to our trading network, as Danzig provides building materials, honey, which we need in Oslo, clothing, which sells well, and pitch, which is also not too bad. It's needed for building ships. So at the moment, no pirate visible. We are now in Danzig. Danzig, we can check the tavern, but if we are not very popular here, so there are no sailors offering their services. Building material is good. More honey, it's also good. Clothing, it's good. More pitch, sells well. And what we can do is we can also go to Thorn. As we have a Kreia and Sniker, so we can go up the rivers, which is not possible within Cork. around dawn. We don't have a lot of money right now. And we are fully loaded soon. This we can still afford. Let's wait a little bit. Albrecht Störtebecker from Lübeck is complaining. Why? Because we reached now a reputation level of 90. And if you look into the city hall and in the city council, no, in the, no, where to look? Yeah, here in the burger tab, we see the most popular ones, and Max Stromberg, that's us, as traveling merchant, reached 90% and getting closer and closer to Albrecht Störtebecker, who's currently as Patrician, is the mayor in town. Okay, it seems like we don't have funding. We return to Lübeck and unload what we have. No. This was good. Now we can buy something which is expensive. Maybe pitch. Yeah, that's it. Now we are completely loaded. Let's return to Lübeck and keep an eye on any pirate again. We have 40k now. Probably we have now enough to buy ourselves into the guild in Oslo to be able to set up businesses in Oslo. This will boost our income for sure. At the moment, everything in peace. Here we are, unfortunately. Not enough funds. Let's wait until this is sold. Probably this is enough. Yeah, that's enough. Let's go to the guild, membership, and join it. It's 36k now. Expensive. And there we are. We are a new member. We, as Honorable Traveling Merchant Max Stromberg, are warmly welcomed into the Guild of Oslo. We can now build a counting house and acquire additional privileges. We will now next build a counting house, and let's check how much it costs. Yeah, the counting house costs 16k. We don't have 16k for now. We have 6k. With the 6k, we will invest into building materials as always. This is our priority. Now this ship is arriving. We will here provide all of the traded goods, a lot of honey. Yeah, metal goods we don't need. Lots of honey. Let's bring it. Let's bring it to Oslo. Pitch. Probably something we can buy in Rostock before we go to Oslo. Expedition returned. Expedition returned in here. This is sea mover. Tja, nothing happened. Let's check in the expedition. So the expedition, which we have started 1 month ago on 19th of October, took 27 days. Nothing happened, unfortunately. We are now in Rostock. Let's look into the tavern if sailors are no sailors available to us. What can we buy here? They have beer, but it's too much, right? 30 We will buy. Yeah, that's it. We'll go back to Lübeck first. Historic event. Stolen crossbows and bows from watchtowers. Okay, something happening there. And we will check in the tavern for sailors. Yeah, we can now. Now we are ready to, almost ready to fight pirates. Let's now go to Oslo. This, no, still not in London. In Oslo, I think, yeah, we have no house, no counting house in Oslo, so need to return first. Now in London, we can this is the city of London, by the way. We can go to the market hall and buy things which are worth trading in the Mediterranean Sea. That's it. And now we will again send the ship to an expedition. So this was not successful. Let's try here. There it is. There it goes. Let's check. The expedition is expected to again take... No, it's not there yet. Can't see at the moment. Here we are in Oslo. No, still not here. So in Oslo we will trade what we have in our convoy. So honey for sure. Works very well. And we will sell a little bit of beer. And everything else will be taken by the other ship. And we'll go to Bergen all the way there. Far away from our Baltic Sea area where we do all the trading. And where we are quite unprotected from pirates. Let's see if this works. Yeah, 16 days estimated, so not so long. Okay, so this will be faster this time. We have 40k now, so let's start building a counting house. I don't remember, I've skimmed this somewhere, okay. Here we are in Oslo, and now we will finally build the counting house. And the local mayor is main competitor, of course, and complaining that we are building a counting house. We are welcome to Oslo. The building will be built close to the marketplace once the required building materials are available in the market hall. You may now build additional buildings in the city, and we will do so soon. What we can do at the moment is only build a warehouse. So before we can build additional buildings, we need to acquire the privileges from the guild also to go into production. We will do this now as we have the money on our account. And meanwhile, We are in Bergen. And going to the market hall and doing some of the trade. So what do we have here? We have metal goods, which we will sell. We have beer. We'll sell everything. That's it. We will buy building materials as always. And this is also needed in Lübeck. Raw metal. Clothing. So I think good idea. Stockfish. A little bit. That's it. Now go back to Lübeck. No pirates visible at the moment. Seems like we are okay. So now in Oslo, we can always go to Oslo. The counting house doesn't have enough wood, but this will be solved soon as wood is produced in Oslo. Simply a matter of time. Not much happening for now. The expedition isn't going on. It's 16 days from 18th, so still takes a while. So we can accelerate a little bit by pressing the space bar. We can accelerate with factor 10. We will always keep an eye on pirates. Here we are in Lübeck. The tavern, we will find the last, no, we will not find the last 5 sailors, unfortunately. However, we will trade, unload our goods into the warehouse. We have 37k. And we will invest now in Oslo in production. The counting house still is being built, so we will not do this here. We will instead invest it in Lübeck, into another salter. So we are producing with 6 salters. We are producing every day 24. We need every at least 5 days, 3 to 5 days. We need more than 200 in salt. So therefore we will build even more. Each salter comes obviously with 4 barrels of salt every day. We need 40 per day roughly. So we are still not there. More to come. And house right away. This is also a nice spot, yeah, over there, but we will keep it here for now. Okay, let's continue. Do we have sailors? Yeah, now we have the sailors. Now our ship is fully loaded with sailors. We are ready for the next fight. Let's see what we have, and we can take wool. We have a lot of wool now. Metal goods we need for expeditions. Meat we can take with us, and cheese. Okay, let's take it. Now go to Rostock. In Rostock we will buy some beer. And then we will move on to Stettin. We will sell all of the wool. Good. We will buy honey, which we get in this area. Cheese does not sell well here. We can sell meat. Oh, that's quite of a good price. Anything else we want to buy here? No, not really. So Rostock usually provides us beer, a lot of beer. 10 we can buy. Now we go to Stettin. We have 50k now. Good amount of money. It's probably coming from what we brought here. We are struggling to get building materials to Lübeck. In Aalborg, maybe we can build something in Aalborg. We have stock farms. We are producing 2 per day. We have a round trip time of 4 days. So when we ask the administrator to always buy 20 meat for every 4 days we need it, this means 5, so we can add more. Yeah, so let's buy, as we have a lot of money, another stock farm. And since we can afford it, also a house. Where's space here? Yeah. That's it. Continue. Now we are in Stettin. In the market hall of Stettin, we can buy more honey. We will sell beer. We will sell cheese. We buy pitch. Probably too much metal goods. That's it. Now from Stettin we will go to Danzig. Now all the money is gone to trading, to other expense we have. What's the situation in Oslo? 6 days until we have the counting house. Now we are Grand Merchant. This is nice, but what happens when we get Grand Merchant? Another pirate appears, Holgersson. And now things get interesting. Now we need to be very cautious. So, but first of all, let's do some trading. We don't have money, so let's see whether we can trade something. We can sell metal goods to buy more pitch. Clothing, we don't have the money for now. And more honey, and let's return. Let's return to Lübeck. Be very careful now. There's a pirate. You see it here. It's traveling up there. We will first of all unload and then go there in this direction. Holgersson is going here and try to follow him. And there's another pirate here, one from Aalborg. Yeah, so we have 2 options. Probably this one is, let's see, not so dangerous for now. We will check. Everyone is returning to Lübeck, so we are not concerned about getting attacked so quickly. Let's unload honey and pitch. That's all we have. And now first of all travel here. Check whether there's a pirate. No pirate to be seen. Sometimes a pirate is sitting here, but there's no pirate. There was a pirate coming from Aalborg. Traveling in this direction. Not seen again. Let's see if this is clear. Oslo is clear for now. Seems to be clear. We will return now. Chronicle entry. Rival is being sieged. Rival, I think the city of Rival is somewhere here. This is Riga, Danzig. Rival is far away. We will not travel there now. Need to protect our ships. This historical event. Let's check it. Riga has decided to open point from China. Okay. Not so interesting for now. Okay. In Oslo, the counting house is ready in 1 day, so we can start now to build actually production. So we have different options now. We can, let's go to the architect. We cannot build in stockfish production, but this doesn't matter. We have other options now. We can simply start with maybe wood or bricks or raw metal. I think raw metal is something which is very scarce now. So let's build a site for raw metal just outside here. We can also be outside of the city walls. The disadvantage is that when the city is under siege, it will not produce anything. So we put it here. Noah Langlo from Oslo is complaining about what we are doing, but we don't care. For now, double check whether we have all the houses built. This is the case. We further watch out for pirates. We saw already 2 counting house in Oslo completed. So now we will update our trade route, which is between Lübeck, our hub, and Oslo, our target city. We will now in Oslo employ an administrator, hire him for a salary of 50 per day, and we will instruct him to sell everything which is not produced here. The pricing will be the same as in other counting houses. So whatever we will unload, he will sell for the good price. This will increase a little bit of our income, because we will not bring back any goods which we transport to Oslo. Instead, it will reside in the warehouse, and we will wait in the warehouse. Administrator will wait until the price is good enough for us. This is sale of goods, and we will buy goods. We will buy wood, we will buy bricks, we will buy raw metal, we will buy meat, and we buy stockfish. But for now, we didn't specify how much, and we need to set the prices. And for the prices, which we buy the good, we have a list, we have it on a sheet, and we check. So for wood, it is 14, 40 is good. For raw metal, 61 is good. And for meat, 181 is good. And for stockfish, 155 is good. So this is enough. And now we will check our trade route. So and we will check all the values. So in Oslo, we load maximum wood and brick. So this means for us, we will limit, of course. We will probably buy 100. Raw metal. is 106. Meat is 54 and stockfish is 80. $106, 54 and 80. Let's double check on the trade route. 106, 54 and 80. And now we will change from directly trading with the city, with the market hall, we will change to the warehouse we have in Oslo. We will here put here. No. We will do it differently. We always load maximum. Everything which is available. And bring it to Lübeck, to our hub. And we will unload everything. Again, if there's something which is coming back from Lübeck to whatever reason, maybe the warehouse is completely full with other goods, then it will be unloaded in the warehouse again in Oslo. I think we did it differently for... we did it different for Aalborg. We still put the absolute numbers here. Let's do the same. We have here administrator, so 100, 106, 54 and 80. Oslo load 100, 100, 6, 54 and 80. That's it. So still we have the information stored here. And in Lübeck nothing changes, right? And now we can continue. We have 18k. This is not enough. Stettin is under siege. No pirates around at the moment. No disruptions so far. We have enough money to build in Oslo now, not only the smelter but also a house. Let's check. The occupancy is 59%. This is good. And we will build a house here very close. The usual taunting. Entry. We discovered a trading spot. This is very nice in the Mediterranean Sea. So we will pause the game and check again. It's not been chronicled. So an expedition returned. This is the Seemöwe. And Seemöwe has wine and spices. Very nice. We will bring this to Lübeck. Very good. And also we can now check in the expeditions that we reached Salerno. We reached Salerno. We sold metal goods for a price of 250. It's fine. And we bought very cheap wine for 200 and spices for 250. This will be very good. And we need to now be very, very careful, as easily any pirate could try to get the spices off of our boat. So we will observe a little bit what is happening and make sure that the way is clear. Seems to be the case. So we'll also go to Lübeck for now. And go a little bit in ahead and we have 16k now. 20k. This is enough money to extend in Oslo a little bit on our businesses. So what we also should build is a sawmill. We have space, right? Still have space. We will build it here. Protected from any siege. Everything fine so far. In Malmö, we will trade more wood and more bricks. We now have enough money to set up a building, a house, in a nice spot and close to the city, this one. All of our ships are now arriving in our city. We have an historic event, let's check it. Sieging Oslo. So this is the reason why in Oslo we put the businesses inside the city walls, because now outside of city walls the businesses are not producing. Yeah, this business belongs to Noah. It was built, but it will not produce anything for now. So now we have 5 ships, all of our ships in Lübeck. And we will now put wine and spices into the warehouse. And in exchange, let's see what we have. Metal goods 15 at least. Raw metal nothing. Can we buy more? We cannot buy more. Pitch is very expensive. No, let's simply send the city now. Send it to London. Our uncle says there are problems in the logbook in Lübeck. There's a lack of raw materials, you know this. In Aalborg and Oslo. Yeah, okay. This is nothing really new. Now we earned a lot of money. Let's check what is short in Lübeck in our counting house. Probably raw material. Raw metal. And wood. So what we can do is, we can also calculate again in our counting house. What we asked the administrator, we need a lot of raw metal. Raw metal, 106. So we need every day around 20. A smelter produces, let's look into the list, produces 4. So we can build 5. Let's build another one. Okay, we can commission the construction of a new building during a siege, so nothing to be done here. So we will go here and build a sorter. We have now 28. We think that we can go up to up to 40. Let's buy some honey. And beer. And bring it to Oslo. A lot of traffic right now. A lot of ships going anywhere. Nothing happening here in this part of the Baltic Sea. Instead of Bergen, let's go to Visby. Sometimes we will find in this area a pirate. Here we are in London. And we will now send this ship again on an expedition. So what happened? Something is wrong. 3. Seemöbel. Send an of cogs and large and the captain must be over 90%. So probably it's not 90%. Yeah, it's not 90%. So let's repair it for 3 days. Pirate here. In Risby. We will trade again honey. Well, it's not really good. Cheese we don't need. We have enough cheese. Bricks. That's not really good to trade here. Sometimes pirates are staying close to Stockholm at the city entry. And if this is not the case, we will check and reval. This is not the case. So we'll go to Stockholm now. Oh, this is wrong building. Do some trading on the way. Nothing more loaded. And nothing interesting here in Stockholm. So we will go now to Reval, which is potentially under siege. Or blocked, let's say, blocked by pirates. Nothing here. We have a lot of money now. Let's invest the money in Oslo. Lübeck, there's also not an opportunity. It's still under siege. So we will add another salter and another house. Cannot build here. The ship is completely restored. Can we buy more? A little bit. Pitch is too expensive. Also too expensive. Now we will send this to return to Lübeck. Now another expedition is running, as we already explored one coast and found a trading post, a port.